Our Wicked Cool app for today is AdFontis. It is an app, but also a website that measures media biases. So it not only tells you which skews a little left, which skews a little right, but also which leans really heavily to the left or really heavily to the right. And it measures top to bottom accuracy at the top and a whole lot less accurate at the bottom. So, what I think this is super useful if you have family members or friends who are a little bit off or on the other side of the aisle from you politically, what you could do is recommend that both of you find a news source or a media source that is as close to the top and as close to the center as possible. Now, this particular app recommends NPR News Now as one of the top and most central. But, if that is not your cup of tea, then why don't you just recommend that you go either a little bit left or a little bit right, a little bit lower would be perfectly fine. There is kind of a whole window of opportunity in there where you can sort of select which one works best for you. But if you are both getting news from the same source, it's a whole lot easier to debate topics and to debate the facts if you both are agreeing on the source of the facts. It's really hard to have conversations when you don't even agree on the facts. So if both of you are willing to come a little bit closer to center and a little bit closer to the top, you might find that you have a lot more in common than you think. Now, if you go over to the left and click Show Options, it'll give you the different media types that you can select so that you can narrow this down if you want to. You can go to websites and articles, or TV video, or podcast audio, or a combination of the three. The other thing you can do is go up to the Search More Sources, type in a source that you might not be able to see readily, and if it is a source that they have reviewed, it'll show up on the page. Let's take a look at their methodology. We generate overall source scores based on individual scores of articles or episodes. Our current team of over 60 analysts perform the ratings based upon our content analysis methodology. Each analyst goes through an initial 35 hours of training, plus an additional 40 hours of ongoing training per year in order to be trained. Our analysts include academics, journalists, librarians, lawyers, military veterans, civil service professionals, and other professions that require high levels of rhetorical and analytical skills. Each individual article and episode is rated by a politically balanced panel of right, left, and center analysts. These live panels are conducted in shifts over Zoom. Analysts first read an article, rate it on their own, and then compare scores. For podcasts, radio, TV, and video based episodes, they listen or watch together before rating and comparing scores. The rating each analyst provides is an overall coordinate score on the chart, for example, -12, 40. If there are notable discrepancies in the scores, they discuss them, and if an analyst is convinced through deliberation, they will adjust their score. If significant outlier scores remain, the content piece may be rated by an additional panel. Overall article or episode ratings are the average of the three analysts' ratings. These individual content pieces are rolled up with a weighted average into an overall source score. Our weighting algorithm captures the significance of content that is low reliability or highly biased. The results of this process, displayed on the chart, are not subjective opinion polling, but rather composite data points based on methodological content analysis. Now, if you want to use the website instead of the app, you can go to the website. It is adfontesmedia.com, and you do not have to have a subscription to look at the media bias chart. You just go to the media bias chart on the menu and then down to interactive chart. Once you get there, you can see that they actually have a lot more media represented on this initial chart on the web page, probably because the screen is a lot bigger. But it's got all of the same features, and you can explore around. This can be a super helpful tool to use if you are trying to make sure that the news that you are getting is unbiased and accurate. I'm Snarky Positivity. If you like this content, please subscribe. I'm trying to build up my YouTube channel, and I appreciate you being with me today. Okay, bye.